People ask me, well, what's my first priority at Arbitron? And my first priority is to communicate one big message, that Arbitron is now going to get out of the data business and get into the radio business. And that theme is going to permeate everything we do at the company. We want to help radio make money. One of the priorities that every Arbitron account exec throughout the country have to focus on is who are the 10 biggest non-radio advertisers in a market. And so they're going to work hand in hand with radio stations to develop marketing strategies to get these big non-radio advertisers on the radio, buying radio. Now, in the old days of Arbitron, that would have been pretty shocking because Arbitron was this arrogant data vendor. And they were also in the TV business. Well, now the arrogance is gone. We're out of the TV business. And now we're in the radio business. We're very bullish at Arbitron on radio. It's the only business we're in. So everything we do will be focused on helping programmers turn data into knowledge and helping bring more new business to radio. So when we say to stations, we want to get out of the data business, we want to get into the radio business, we really mean it. There's no question that Arbitron is changing. We're going from a data cake, a quantitative cake with this thin veneer of qualitative icing. And we're quickly moving to flipping the recipe for the cake to where 5 years from now, we will be a qualitative cake with a little bit of quantitative ratings on top. So the only way to get more money in the radio is if Arbitron gets more into qualitative data. Arbitron needs to do a better job of marketing to its clients. And I don't mean necessarily selling. A lot of that comes down to training, a better understanding of the services. And so training is a big focus for 1995 and beyond, on the programming side, on the agency side, but also on the sales side. So we need to do a better job of teaching people how to understand and use the information. But also, when we make methodology enhancements, when we increase the sample size 70% or bump up response rates 4%, we need to let people know. Maximiser will be the platform for all the cool new stuff that will come down the pike from Arbitron. We are betting the farm on Maximiser. That the computer delivery of research is where this business is going. So you can expect every 6 months there will be a new Maximiser update. We are going to save the rating book. There will be a rating book. Why? Well, one thing is when you look on the agency side, there are thousands of small shops that use the rating book. And in our zeal to be on the Infobon and everything on computer, we have to realize that those agencies collectively spend a lot of dough in radio, and they need their printed report. And eliminating the printed report hurts radio revenue, because those little shops don't have anywhere to go. But secondly, there's something that, like holding the book and looking through a trend that I think is always going to be there. Radio stations are slicing and dicing Arbitron data thinner and thinner. We're a micro-marketing medium. My recommendation is, you're going to slice and dice, try doing that over a multi-book average to kind of put some more reliability into the data. We are working to catch up to increase sample, and I think the increase of the sample, the 70% sample increase, will help some of that. But when you have 7 or 8 rock stations in Detroit and 270 stations in Tulsa, there's no doubt that we need to think into the future about how to keep getting the sample up. 1994 was the year of get the sample up 70%, get response rate up 4%. This year, 1995, is the year of the 1834 male. You know, in China, it's the year of the iguana. At Arbitron, it's the year of the 1834 male. At the company, we have an 1834 male fix the problem committee. And these are a group of people from all across Arbitron working on a team to fix the problem. But we're going to walk slowly. We've learned from the past not to suddenly rush into a new methodology without first doing our homework, being buttoned up, and understanding the ramifications of what's happening to radio. You're going to see at Arbitron, maybe over the next couple of years, more reissues of books. Like, oh, what are you guys doing? You're screwing up. No, we're being more open. Once upon a time, somebody would go to Laurel, find a mistake, which, not a tiny mistake, but something that could really change 12-plus share rank. And the answer was, well, thank you for telling us. And that's it. Well, aren't you going to reissue? I mean, this is a problem. You guys messed up. Well, thank you for finding the problem. Okay, those are the arrogant old days. You know, the new administration of Arbitron is, hey, look, if there's a problem and it's significant enough to change the 12-plus share rank, we will reissue.